Here are the only 10 artifact sets that you need in Raid Shadow Legends to build some insane champs to just destroy the hardest content in the game. No problem. And they're way easier to get than you might think. We're not including like Forge Pass sets or any of that nonsense. We're going to start off from the easiest sets to the slightly more challenging ones to get. All farmable, all attainable, and let's do this. Before we do, hey man, if you're going to start off a new Raid Shadow Legends account, did you know that there's beginner promo link down below at the top of the video description box? You probably did, but I'm reminding you all that it's the best promo link. Go on, man. Click on that link, use it to create a new raid account, man, to grab Elnaril as your free starter legendary champ, as well as a whole bunch of epics as you level up your account, man. Just the best beginner promo link in the Milky Way. That's what I'm hearing anyway in my non-existent earpiece just now. Make sure to get it used, man, if you're looking to start off a new free-to-play account adventure or something like that, man. Yeah. Let's have it. Set number one that we've got to touch on is, of course, going to be the speed set. The humble speed set, farmable from Dragon. Very easy to get your hands on. Dragon's like one of the easiest dungeons in the game to reach stage 20 on, even for newer players on earlier game accounts. It's not too difficult, and with speed being the best stat in the game by far, it's really no surprise that a 2-piece gear set that gives you 12% speed for 2 pieces equipped is going to be one of the better sets available. And obviously when you're collecting your speed gear, you're mostly looking for pieces that, well, would you know it, have rolled into a decent amount of speed on the substats. I particularly look out for pieces that have speed and accuracy as the substats, because you're usually going to be putting your speed on your support style champs, right? Your buffers, your debuffers, 10-meter boosters, that kind of thing. Why is speed so good? Well, because like 90% of the time going first in arena means that you just automatically win that arena, so it's pretty good there, as well as everywhere else in the game. Just getting like 3 turns in for every 1 turn that a boss gets is pretty saucy as well. Next that we're going to touch on is, of course, the Perception set, man. The Perception set on any champ that requires accuracy, any support style champ, again, like we say, that just wants to be moving fast and that just needs accuracy. You're not going to get much better than the Perception set. To be honest, it's very easy to get your hands on as well. All you gotta do is be making progress in Faction Wars, slow and steady. It's gonna take you some time when you're just getting started in Raid to farm decent level stages of Faction Wars, but as soon as you're able to farm, I believe it is stage 13 in Faction Wars, that then starts to drop legendary crafting materials, right? So stage 13 in Faction Wars, it's not that tough to get to unless you're like brand new in Raid, but as soon as you're able to farm that, you should be farming Faction Wars every day. Anyway, obviously, you can then go ahead and start crafting your Perception pieces, and hopefully many of them, because this is a set that's just timeless, right? Perception is genuinely one of those sets that you'll be using forever, which is part of the conditions for gear sets appearing on this list. It's going to be the kind of set and kind of gear pieces on this list that are pretty easy to get, that you'll be using forever, right? They never go out of date. Perception, again, it's another 2-piece set, and so it's very easy to get your hands on, while also being very versatile and easy to kind of work into your champion builds and mix and match with other sets and stuff like that. Perception, God tier. Next up, another campaign farmable set, and a set that I use for my Busted or Bad series when testing out my nukers. I think I have Savage gear equipped. Oh god, I haven't actually re-equipped the gear piece on Candleguard just yet. Go ahead and fix that real quick. Candleguard is the keeper of my Savage gear pieces, man. The Savage set, nice and simple. It is a 4-piece set, so it's a little bit tougher to kind of collect a good set of Savage gear that you that's like 4 good pieces that you actually want to have equipped on your guys when you're just getting started in Raid. But over time, you're going to be able to farm up a good amount of Savage gear, get a good little stockpile going, right? Stats like crit damage, crit rate, speed is always good, obviously. But those are the stats that you're looking for in your Savage gear. Ignores 25% of enemy defense as the set bonus, which is way better than it seems. Like if you're a new player in Raid, you probably don't appreciate how good this is. You will, when you eventually have some good Savage gear equipped on your guys. And Savage is unique because it's, again, one of the very easy sets to get. You get it by simply farming Fire Knight. And while, of course, making progress in the Fire Knight dungeon isn't as easy as making progress in the Dragon dungeon, eventually you're going to have a Fire Knight team in hopefully not too long of a time where you're able to farm like stage 16 and beyond into Fire Knight and actually start collecting some decent 5 and hopefully 6-star pieces of Savage gear, man. Just a very good set indeed. A bit more cumbersome being a 4-piece set to actually get equipped on your guys. And a note that I will make to newer players is don't be too too horny to just like shoehorn a gear set onto your guys. Really do wait until you've got good gear pieces for that set. Don't be trying to like force a set to work on a champ, right? You're much better off just equipping pieces of gear that have good stats for that champion, crit rate, crit damage and stuff for your nukas, right? Trying to hit 100% crit rate, that kind of thing. And don't worry too much about the sets, man. Leave that until you've got like a good collection of artifacts on your account and you can actually get good sets equipped without compromising on the stats for your champs. Just a quick word of warning for new players, because that is by far one of the most common mistakes that new players make in this game, right? They get like a set of gear, they think they've got to make that gear set work, and they just throw any old gear set on any old champ, not really looking at the stats. They're just tunnel visioning on the set bonus when most of the time it's just not worth it. Next gear set I'm going to touch on, and this one's going to be, I think, maybe a little bit controversial, but I think that honestly, like, this set should absolutely make the list because it simply makes certain champions tick and enables you to do some insane things in the game. And just like the Savage set, the Regeneration set is acquirable in Fire Knight Dungeon. Regeneration causes, of course, the wearer of regeneration gear to heal by 15% every turn. This might not seem like a big deal. What's all of that about? You know, if you're a newer player, it doesn't seem that great. Well, certain champions in this game, if they're built out in a regeneration set and you go for the correct stats on your regeneration gear, can just solo a bunch of bosses, right? There are some champs in this game, like Masiliac Priest Ornn, for example, who can solo Dragon and can solo Ice Golem, and can just, which is crazy as hell, because you can solo those dungeons and you can put them alongside a bunch of food champions and be leveling up champions at the same time as you're farming dungeon tournaments with certain champs that work in regeneration gear, and that can be great. Or you've got champions like Lady Annabelle here, the Booba Lady, who you can put in regeneration gear, and as long as she's got enough HP, speed, defensive stats, she can completely solo Dreadhorn Bommel, which is one of the most difficult bosses that you're going to come up against in Doom Tower. And you, like, the most efficient way to beat Bommel is to just build any, like, one of the champions that can solo him, you know. And they basically almost all, at least, rely on regeneration gear. What stats are you looking for on your regeneration gear? A little bit less obvious than some of the other sets. Again, if you're a beginner player in Raid, you're actually looking for a good amount of speed on your regeneration gear, right? The more speed you have means that that champion's going to be taking more turns, right? They're just going to be moving faster and taking more turns, and then every turn they're getting, they're of course getting that heal of 15%, so having your champions be fast in regeneration gear is great for survivability, but of course you also want the likes of a whole bunch of HP percentage as well, which you guys can't see because my head is in the way of the stats on this weapon right now, so I picked a bad example, but I swear it has a double roll of percentage HP, okay? Like, it's a pretty good regeneration weapon. Next up, we're going to move on to some more intermediate sets that are not quite as easy to farm, right? You're not just going to grab these from dungeons and like the super easy accessible gear, but it's still very farmable over time on your account. And by the way, I'm going to be missing all kinds of sets in this breakdown. Everybody's going to have a different list. I'm sure that there's some that I'm going to miss that some people feel like I should include in this, as we've been joined by the happiest cat in the galaxy. Oh my god, dude. Her name is Numpkin, and she loves the scritches, man. It's a simple life for some, you know what I'm saying? Good girl, she's such a happy girl. Good girl, man. Next set we're going to cover, man, of course, well, it's actually going to be a couple of sets, man. It's going to be the Clan Boss gear. Now, the Clan Boss gear is a little bit tough to grab. Like, in the super early game, it's not too difficult to start collecting some 5-star pieces of the Cruel set. I should actually mention, we talk about the Cruel set here and the Immortal set, both wrapped up into one. Both great gear sets. So what I will say about this, though, right off the get-go, is that when it comes to collecting good Cruel gear and Immortal gear, you've got to be aware that you can only get 6-star quality Immortal and Cruel gear from farming the chests from Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, which is a little bit of a pain. I would be fine if Raid, I don't know, allowed maybe Nightmare Clan Boss to drop 6-star pieces of gear as well. It's a little bit weird to me that you can only get 5-star gear from Nightmare Clan Boss. Like, it feels like a little bit restrictive, but hell, 5-star quality gear is still going to be pretty helpful to you if you're just getting started anyway. Anyway, man, the Cruel set, these are both 2-piece sets. Cruel, of course, is attack percentage, and you ignore a little bit of enemy defense on a 2 set. Very nice indeed. Of course, you're looking for then attack percent as the substat. You're also looking for, more importantly, crit rate and crit damage. This is a Nuka set, of course. And for Immortal, would you know it, you're just looking for the same stats that you would always want to get on regeneration gear anyway, right? HP percentage, speed. It's just a mini regeneration set. Kind of. Really good sets. On my Godseeker and Eerie, I use Godseeker, of course, to help in my duo solo-ish kind of team. In Sand Devil, she's in regeneration gear and all kinds of Immortal gear, which, by the way, the Immortal Gauntlets, why is the pink stack crit damage, man? I feel like maybe I should re-roll that and look for HP percentage or defense percentage, but, well, whatever. We'll save that. That's a topic for another video. Actually, I think of those Immortal Gloves, I left them as crit damage because I originally had them equipped on Magna. It's like part of like a Nuka HP-based set. Whatever. Next set that we're going to touch on are the more like intermediate sets, slowly getting more difficult to get your hands on these, but another absolutely just S-tier glorious set that is free to get your hands on. Technically, is going to be the Lethal set, man. Let me just find it in the browser real quick. So Lethal gives you increased crit rate on a 4 set bonus, while also giving you the same bonus as the Savage set, right? So it's just like Savage plus pretty much your Lethal gear, right? Increased crit rate, ignore enemy defense. Naturally, you're looking for crit rate, crit damage and stuff on your Lethal gear. You're going to be getting your hands on your Lethal gear, which is just extraordinarily good. Of course, an extremely premium. From Doom Tower, from farming the crap out of the crafting materials from Darkfare. To be honest, I feel like a lot of people have issues with farming the Darkfare boss and with progressing through hard Doom Tower. Darkfare is one of those bosses that I feel like quite a lot of people get stuck on. Me, I've never gotten stuck on Darkfare before. Ever. I do have some guides up on the channel talking about how to build a team to take on Darkfare, and a lot of it is about like speed tuning the team just correctly. So if you struggle with Darkfare when Darkfare shows up in Doom Tower and you want to be able to farm it, I'd recommend checking out the guides that I've done on it. But yeah, Darkfare can be tricky for some folks. I suppose a lot of it depends on like your champion roster and what you have available to you on your account as well, but it's not one of those champs that I feel like I got stuck on, so maybe if you are struggling, the guide video might help you out. Of course, Darkfare is only going to show up once every 3rd month, right, as the Doom Tower boss rotation cycles on through, so it can be a little bit tough and challenging to farm materials and build like a good stock supply of Lethal, but well worth doing. Darkfare, definitely the boss that you want to be farming 99% of the time whenever hard mode Doom Tower is, or rather that rotation is active and you're able to farm up hard mode Doom Tower. And now we're really getting towards the sets that are just going to take some time to farm on up. In fact, the next set that we're going to cover is the Cursed City set, the Merciless set. Yeah, okay, so we're getting towards the more challenging stuff to get your hands on now, but the Merciless set is just like a hop-up on basically, is it just the best damage dealer set in the game, including Savage gear? I mean, probably. I know that like, it's a little bit subjective, it depends on the Nuka that you're equipping it on, but Merciless gear is just nuts. It's nuts with the bonuses that you get overall. We're talking 25% attack total, all kinds of increased speed, 35% ignore defense. This is if you're able to farm up and save up 9 decent pieces of Merciless gear to get equipped one of your guys, of course, so it really does take some time to farm that up from certain rooms. In Cursed City, 30% crit damage total, and then finally with 9 pieces of Merciless, meaning so you're also including accessories with that, 15% chance of just getting an extra 10 randomly. Very, very good, obviously. That said, this is my account after, I mean, how long have I been playing this game now, man? I don't even know. Am I like 15, 16 months in, maybe a little bit longer, something like that? This is how much like decent Merciless gear I have in my stockpile, and I'm not very picky with the pieces that I hold on to, just put it that way. So it does take a good amount of time to save this on up. It also takes you a good amount of time to save on up. I'm going to switch back on over to my Mithrala for this one. Feral gear. Not quite as tough to get your hands on, to be honest, as Merciless gear, because all you've got to do to get Feral gear is take part in Siege, right? When that's active and you're in your clan and Siege starts, just take part and win what battles you can. I know it sucks, I know it's a chore, I know it's a headache, but it takes you like 5 minutes, you know, to get your Siege battles done. And it's absolutely worth doing, even if you're just picking up 1 or 2 pieces of Feral gear every now and again. Ooh, those stat rolls are a bit unfortunate. But yeah, Feral is just unbelievable. What I love so much about Feral is even if you're only equipping like 2 or 3 pieces on a champ, the amount of accuracy that you get. I mean, just equip 1 piece of Feral, it's 40 accuracy. Like, it's just ridiculous. And then, of course, you get the huge reward with your Feral gear, or if you're able to actually look out and finally get enough accessories and all of that and get the 9-piece equipped. Bro, you get so many bonuses from this, and the 9-piece allies deal 5% more damage per each debuff placed by the wearer. You got a champion that's got a couple of debuffs on an AoE. It's like, you're just buffing your team's damage and the damage of your nukas by 10%. Just for nothing. Like 10% damage buff or more. for your entire team, just from a set bonus, is kind of unspeakably insane. And of course, on your feral gear, it's a supporter style set that you want to be equipped on your debuffers if you're going to get 9 pieces equipped especially. And so yeah, you're looking for speed and accuracy rolls on your feral gear. Next up, it is time for the Hydra gear pieces. Can you see it? Good old protection gear, and of course stone skin. 2 very, very different sets. One of them almost strictly PvE, and one of them almost strictly, if not exactly strictly, PvP from the Hydra sets, and they've both absolutely got to make this list. Of course, the protection set, great on champs like good old Glycad, that are just bringing all kinds of buffs to the table. He brings like 4 unique buffs to the table with Glycad. Perfect Veil, increase attack, increase accuracy, increase defense, all in one kit, makes it an amazing, amazing candidate for the protection set. Oh my god, I need to cleanse my protection gear a little bit. I didn't realize I had so much. Same thing with the stone skin as well. Jeez, what the hell am I doing? I need to clear some of this crap out. But yeah, protection's insane. It gives you a chance to trigger, well, you get all kinds of plus speed and HP and stuff like that, which is lovely for your support champs. But you also get a 75% chance of placing protected buffs, meaning buffs that cannot be stripped by pesky Hydra heads. Pretty much. Very, very good. You're of course going to have protection gear on champs that are placing multiple buffs on your team, meaning support style champs. Speed and then defensive stats are going to be your best friend. Accuracy is not a big fail either, can be pretty good on some of your protection gear depending on who you're equipping it on. In Stone Skin, I like speed, I like HP on my Stone Skin gear. Of course, Stone Skin giving you that protective shield. Very, very powerful. The shield's health bar, of course, scales based on your champ's health as well, so a bit of extra HP percent and stuff on your Stone Skin gear can be very, very valuable indeed. Amazing in PvP for ensuring, or making it very, very likely, at least, that a certain champ on your team is going to stay protected, is going to stay safe, unless they're against an Armands, in which case you can still be all kinds of trouble, but is going to stay safe and get their turn off. Might be a Reviver or something like that. And yeah, it's just like the essential gear set to grab, of course, for your PvP guys. And now for the final essential set, and oh my god, I'm just realizing that I'm not even including Relentless in this list, man. I'm trying to be strict and keep it to 10. There's going to be a lot of honorable mentions that I'm not covering. The final set that I'm going to cover, man, that I'm going to throw on in, is got to be the Pinpoint set. Now, I know it's time limited. I know that the event dungeon only opens once every 3 or 4 months, you know. But man, when it's open, farm that dungeon, dudes. The pinpoint gear cannot be underestimated. Whether you're equipping a whole bunch of pinpoint gear on like a PvP champion and you're going to try and get like 6 to 9 pieces equipped on a PvP champ and get those intercept stacks for blocking enemy debuffs and just ensuring that one of your champs, almost similar to Stone Skin, is much more likely at least to get their turn off in PvP. Amazing, amazing stuff. Or whether you're going to be using it in PvE and just equipping a few pieces as almost like a budget feral set. It's amazing in either circumstance. I think that basically all of the champions on my account have at least 1 piece of pinpoint gear equipped on up, whether it's Mr. Dune Lord Gregor here, just for some free accuracy, you know, and then you equip 2 pieces of pinpoint and then you get that speed bonus as well. It's amazing on your accessories, man, for just gearing out any champ. Like, I'm just clicking on random champions here. Ninja's got a few pieces equipped, accuracy and speed set bonuses. It's great on Ninja. Clicking random champs, I'm just assuming they're going to have some pinpoint equipped because I love this set. It makes such a big difference and it's so easy to farm once the event dungeon is up. Yeah, Nekmo's got a couple pieces, as you can see, actually 3 pieces equipped. He's got the gloves as well. Estrid's got a couple. What about the Ugo? You goddamn right, the Ugo's got 3 equipped. Like, even, hang on, man. Okay, yeah, so Morag doesn't require accuracy at all, so she doesn't have any. Ruella's got a couple. I use these, it's so nice having a 9-piece set bonus. That's great. That's solid on like 90% of your champion roster. That's so easy to farm, and you can just throw those accessories on your guys and just get extra little bits of speed and accuracy on it. I think Pinpoint absolutely has to make the set, with the caveat that, of course, it's only farmable when the event dungeon is live. Yeah. It's probably going to be closed for like the next 2 or 3 months now, or longer, now that I've thrown this into the video, and people are going to be upset, but whatever. And those are my picks, man, for the 10 essential sets in Raid Shadow Legends. Everything else in the game, superfluous, man, just ignore it completely. I'm kidding, of course. I'm sure there are other great sets. I'm sure that there's some that I forgot that are actually still quite accessible in the game. Make sure to go ahead and plop those down below in the comments, man. Those are my picks. Let me know what I missed. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, man. If you did, make sure to like on the video and subscribe and all that good stuff. Like 90% of the viewers on this channel are not subscribed to the channel, which is nuts. It would be awesome to have you on board, man. Hey, if you're looking to start a new Raid Shadow Legends account, You know where to find my beginner promo link. You can find it down below at the top of the video description box, man. Just make sure that you're signed out of Plarium Play on your PC. Hit that link, use it to create a new account, man, for the best start imaginable. Thanks for watching, enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm going to catch all of y'all just a tad bit later, man.